talk
Nothing
about?
lately.
No? Okay, so we all just saw Captain Marvel, and here's our. We'll do initial thoughts, then we'll get into spoils. We'll split it up a little bit so I can edit purpose wise can do 2 different videos. So, initial thoughts. Let's give the movie a rating. Let's put you guys. I want an out of 5 rating.
Out of 5.
Out of 5.
I feel more comfortable with the 10.
Okay, we'll do out of 10. I'm open with negotiation how we rate movies. You want to do out of 10?
I want to do it a 3.
Ooh.
Oh.
We're each gonna pick our own.
We can each do our own. Yeah. We each do it. You do 5, 10. I'll do 3.
All right.
Okay. If I'm doing it at 5, I'll probably give it like a 3.5 out of 5. You get do it at 10, what do you give it?
I guess 6.5.
6.5. Out of 3?
Whoa. What else you got in there?
2.8.
2.8.
Yeah.
You
I really liked
you
it. Yeah.
I liked the last third a lot.
Yeah.
I thought the first 2 dragged on quite a bit, especially in the middle, where it was just not a lot going on. Just
I feel like this is me reviewing Glass, or
Yeah.
like the first half of the first third was really good, and then the second half of the middle third was pretty good, and then the last third was shit. So you like. the
so
last
like each movie is basically 3 parts. It's 3
Yeah.
arcs. I thoroughly enjoyed the last arc.
Yeah, I'm the same. Yeah.
Basically, the moment where she starts kicking butt is where I was like, oh, okay, I'm thoroughly enjoying this.
Yeah.
So,
How did you enjoy her? How did you enjoy Brie Larson as?
I did not really enjoy her until she started kicking butt, and she like became like a sarcastic little a-hole kicking the crap out of everyone.
Yeah. I thought she had a lot of really dry moments where she didn't have a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's a lot of potential for her down the road. So I like where it's going.
Do you
I think she's
want
going
the
to be
shots hidden anywhere?
No.
Oh, that just hurts.
There's a little bit of rye.
Oh, okay.
You enjoyed her?
I liked her performance. I'm with you there with like kind of in the emotions. I chalk it up to like that's the characterization maybe.
Okay.
You know,
That's
like
fair.
the parts where she's emotionless, like that's her training and that's like her lack of memory of who she is. Because
That's
the
true,
moments when she's with Maria. That's when she's really lively and she's like, yeah, I'm remembering like we're really good friends and maybe I'm spoiling stuff here maybe.
That doesn't really spoil anything.
No, okay.
We can end this initial thoughts line at any time and just jump right into spoilers.
Yeah, because we it's hard. This is
I just
another
want-
tough one where without like.
So
Cause like right off the bat, like it's
you want to go spoilers right?
So I'll ask a
From
couple
here on?
questions, kind
yeah,
of.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Like we can give the gist of the story.
We don't
probably.
like not even that. I just want to ask like, so we just talked about what we thought about Brie Larson as
Mhm.
Captain Marvel. Without villain wise, how do we feel about villains or villains?
That's hard to touch on.
I liked it without going into what that means for this movie. Because
Okay,
trailers do one thing and the movie
Did another.
does
So
another thing on
Yeah.
top of other things. And
Yeah, I think that's what.
I didn't like the music placement of some of the music.
Oh.
I wasn't a fan.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. I thought it just, I don't know, didn't, maybe it's just 90s music isn't my thing, but just felt like didn't have the best choices. I did like one in the climactic fight scene, there was a song playing and I was like, this doesn't feel like it fits this scene whatsoever.
You're not
That's
talking
weird,
about
'cause
No
I-
Doubt.
Yeah.
I felt like that was a
That was
really
the
good
best-
choice.
Yeah.
I have to
I
completely
love-
disagree with you on that.
Like,
Like
of
that
all
stood
the
out.
songs, like I was like, fucking no doubt. Yeah, like no doubt she's just a girl.
As soon as that started playing, I was like, this
I got
works
pumped
so
up,
well.
man, and then that's when she really starts like, that's when she throws down, Dennis.
Yeah.
You just contradicted yourself, sir. You said, I like it when she gets all
Which does kick an ass, yeah.
snappy and kicking ass. What do you think was playing during that scene? No doubt it was no doubt. You know? So
Okay, unpopular opinion by me.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I think it worked.
thought
I think that was
really
fantastic.
dug
The other
it.
songs I don't really remember, but like that for me stood out. I was just like instantly like, that's pretty damn good. Well played.
Yeah, a lot of it, yeah, was just kind of radio filler, like, you know, you got your TLC there,
Hmm.
and
Just-
but I thought "Come as You Are" worked really well when it played back as well
Here comes your blood.
during a certain reveal of a certain.
I thought it was heart-shaped box.
Oh. How would that make sense? How would
That's
that-
for those heart-shaped box. Anyhow.
You know, it's the other very similar sounding Nirvana song, but it made more sense lyrically
Yeah.
for it to be "Come as you are," you know,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
it was pertaining to a certain character being, you know, coming as they were.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's jump into spoilers then.
So from music to I mean, you were just wrong about the music. That's okay. We
I
can
can't
talk
believe
about-
you didn't like that.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, that
That did
worked
not
so
float my
well.
boat, man.
What, like, is it Gwen Stefani? You got some.
No, I just didn't think it worked.
band.
I just didn't think it worked in the scene, but clearly I'm wrong.
Okay, well, we're going about, you know, when it plays now, I guess, right? So spoilers for Captain Marvel.
Spoilers.
You know, brand new movie. Don't watch, or, you know, because
Someone might be watching this, you never know.
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
I'm just a
I
girl.
think- yeah, I don't know, she gets
You
the
know-
powers,
Okay.
she's, you know, living kicking ass, it didn't feel like it
Okay.
fit that scene to me whatsoever.
Let's get real here. I love No Doubt. Like, No Doubt is probably, if I would put, like, if I have, you know, okay, in my, like, top 20 bands, it might be in there. I don't know. But, like, you know, when a No Doubt song comes on, I'm like, I like No Doubt, like, quite a bit. Like, I don't care for, like, Gwen Stefani on her own, but, like, No Doubt makes some, like, bangers, man. And, like, so when that came on, and I'm like, yeah, it just made sense.
That was sitting over going,
I don't get it. What else would you have? What would you have put in
I
there?
don't know. Don't put me on the spot for that.
Yeah, this is like the first time I think since since Guardians where I'm like, like they chose like really good songs as part of like the soundtrack. You know, like I thought the soundtrack complemented this film as much as
Yeah.
as a Guardians soundtrack.
So
Specifically, I'm just a girl by No Doubt. Jeez, yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Because, you know, there's the whole montage of her standing up and being like, yeah, I am. She literally says, I am just a human or whatever she says. And then it's like, you know, but that's what makes me strong. She's a girl. Girls are strong. All right. So spoilers.
Moving
The
on.
The Skrulls aren't the bad guys.
Yeah. I think that's what bothered me the most.
I loved it.
Oh, yeah?
I really dug that too. I was like, this is really cool.
The only thing
I was so excited to see the Skrulls. Like, there was talks of them being in the movies for years, and there was the, like, oh, which Avenger is going to turn out to be a Skrull? All that
They can
shit.
still do that.
Yeah.
they just won't be evil per se.
Yeah, and that's
Well, I mean, there could be evil
That-
Skrulls and
yeah,
not so
because
evil ones.
there are extremists in every
Yeah.
race and religion and stuff like that. Like it's like, you know, there are some good Kree.
Yeah.
There are, you know, not and there are not good Skrulls.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, they definitely don't really adapt the secret invasion storyline too much with this, which I don't know if people were necessarily expecting that.
I thought
I wasn't
I didn't think it was
until
going to be in this
post-movie,
movie.
yeah.
I didn't think it was going to be in this movie, but I thought we were going in that direction.
I think it was.
So I think it was just me being
Yeah,
excited
mhm.
for that that kind of
I
ruined
guess I
that for
did
me.
kind of expect them to sow those seeds a little more.
Yeah.
Other than,
But I mean, it's clever that they led us to think that.
yeah, they
and flipped
did
it.
tease the big tagline at the end of the movie with Ben Mendelsohn saying, "Whose side are you on anyway?" And that is the tagline. Oh wait, no, that's the tagline of Civil War, I think. I forget that.
Both are good work for both.
Yeah, like I remember, like when they were marketing those storylines in the comic books, I just remember like every single issue had like in the corner, like, whose side are you on? I think it was Civil War actually, so never mind. But when he said that, I was like, oh, that's just like the fucking storyline of the comic books they're kind of adapting here. No, it was for Civil War, so like it doesn't matter. Never mind.
What do you think of the cat? Let's talk about the cat a little bit.
It was a little funny, I guess. I mean, when they had the scene where he killed all the people
I
in
was
the
like, that's
hallway, I was
Groot.
like, that's Groot. That's the scene with Groot.
Mhm.
It's like we saw that before.
Kind of like I saw it coming. Like obviously, like since he said it, the line in Winter Soldier, Nick Fury, where he's like, "Last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye." I was really hoping it to be like going into this movie. I'm like, okay, he's gonna lose an eye in this movie. I was thinking it was gonna be like one of the Skrulls who's gonna attack him.
Mhm.
But then, like as watching the movie, I'm like it's gonna be the cat. It's gonna be the freaking cat. I wasn't
I
a fan of that.
I kept laughing in my head and being like, it's gonna be the cat, but like not actually being serious. And it's just like, oh, the cat scratched him. I was like, oh, that's actually it. And it's just like, oh, it's fine. It's just a little scratch. Like, no.
Yeah.
Oh, please elaborate.
Yeah.
So I mean, Nick Fury's not quite as tough as I thought he was.
Not in the 90s anyway.
Yeah, some of those punches he was throwing in that scene, like his fight scene with
With
Skrull,
the Skrull, yeah.
Skrull guy.
Yeah. Some of that was.
Yeah, like very flailing. I'm like, couldn't they have got us? Like, I think that was just Sam Jackson like throwing like his fist around, and like they had to CG him down and stuff like that. So I don't know, he was just kind of flailing, and I'm like, not the best choreography there, but yeah, I think like in terms of now Jenna had differing some differing opinions about that. She liked the movie. She really liked Brie Larson too. She thought they did a great job with Phil Coulson and not as great of a job with Samuel L. Jackson. I have the complete opposite. Like seeing Phil Coulson on like whenever there was like a close up on him, I'm like, he doesn't look that old to begin with. Like I'm
it
sure
looked
you could go
really
back.
CGI.
Yeah, like they just took out way too many wrinkles on his forehead and everything like that, and I just feel like they didn't have to de-age him that much because you could go back to like pictures.
And I wish
of him
he, like he was in him more. Like that hinted to is like alluded to like how great he was gonna be in like the Shield and all that, but it was just like like the one scene where he doesn't shoot Samuel L. Jackson.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, okay, I trust this guy now.
Yeah, he's gonna be pretty loyal.
Yeah.
I was fine with him just being
Yeah.
very
Well,
limited.
I wasn't expecting him to be like a big role in the movie.
You thought maybe he'd have.
I
like,
just
a moment
wish
or-
what he did in the movie was more significant in my opinion.
Okay.
But, I mean, I guess Sam Jackson just kind of trusted him. It's like, oh, cool, trust that guy.
Yeah.
This was his first day on the job, and I mean, he fucked up, but cool.
So,
But yeah, I agree that Coulson looked weird, and
Like it wasn't terrible.
it was noticeable that he was.
Yeah, it was a
CGI.
lot more noticeable than with Sam Jackson, and like it's impressive. Like Marvel, like the past like 10 movies they've done. They've done like one
De-aging
every
thing.
like every movie has to have
Yeah.
like one scene where there's someone de-aged, and this time they're like, no, we're doing the whole fucking thing. Doing it like the entire goddamn movie. So I don't know. Yeah, there's definitely times with Sam Jackson too where I'm like, that doesn't necessarily look accurate, maybe. But like it was a lot less noticeable
Yeah.
with him than it was.
Yeah.
I just felt too like because they slimmed him down too quite a bit.
Yeah.
And like I
It's
just found like
it-
his whole like physique looked different
Wow.
from them,
Okay.
like but no, I liked it. I think it's probably my favorite Nick Fury movie. Like,
Yeah,
I don't really care.
That's fair.
Like all the other times that he's in a movie, I'm just like, cool,
Good on him,
like
He's the guy that's in all the other movies. He's
Yeah.
on the Rally the
Yeah.
Troops.
I guess like Winter Soldier, he did a good amount of stuff in that.
Yeah.
And, he had some like, cool moments in that. But this was like,
Like-
kind of his biggest role.
Yeah,
as
because even in Winter Soldier, he's out for a good chunk of it.
Yeah.
So, you got some things.
Yeah,
to-
Well, we actually kind of flew through like a lot of it. It was- How'd you feel about Jude Law's character?
It was okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, just okay. That's how I felt. It's just he was just
I
okay, and then I
really was thinking he was going to be Marvel.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be
that's
Marvel, but
yeah.
nope, he's the bad guy.
Yeah.
uh,
And then I was really disappointed at the end when I thought they were actually gonna have a little fight. But as soon as he started giving the speech, as soon as the speech started, I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's gonna be one of
she's
those
not in
Marvel
the shot.
moments."
Yeah,
It's
she's-
he's getting
when that
blasted.
scene's happening, like I no idea where like the rest of the characters are. I'm like, the cat's gonna attack him or something like that.
Yeah, but just you knew that there was gonna be a joke there that was gonna end that
Yeah.
scene like dead.
Yeah,
yeah, because
I prefer to her shooting him.
To,
Anything
to
but
the
like,
cat. Yeah.
Yeah, to, like, because I was like, oh my god, I was like, it's building up to a dance off thing,
Yeah.
whatever, right? Which worked for Guardians obviously, but like, I was like, don't be a joke, don't be a joke. And it's like, oh, I don't need to prove anything to you.
I like that though. I
Yeah.
really like that because like there's literally no point in them fighting at that
Yeah.
at that point. It's just like you just saw what she did. Why even bother trying?
We got a small appearance from Ronan the Accuser.
Yeah.
He had a
Yeah.
small little role.
I enjoyed it. I mean, it reminded you that he existed, I guess. But
The only thing like that, like, I didn't mind it either. It was just like the last line he had there, where it was like, "Oh, we'll come back with a weapon." Oh, the Tesseract, no, her. But clearly,
yeah,
nothing's
I mean,
gonna
that's never
happen
gonna happen.
because we know his fate.
Mhm.
I mean, with her sequels, they could be in between the two, so maybe we'll see
That's
him.
true. I hadn't thought about that because we don't know the
They can pull an
fates.
X-Men thing when they jump a decade, but everyone's the same age.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know the exact fate of quite a few of these Star Force members,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Other than Minerva, I think she's the
Oh,
only one.
she died.
She's dead.
definitely
Yeah,
dead.
she blew up.
She is blown to bits. So, do we see any of the other ones bite the dust?
You see a
Who
couple
are
of
the
them
other
drop
ones?
after they get punched in the face, but you
Yeah.
never. Because I mean, that during that fight scene, it showed like all the main ones kind of there fighting her, but then you'd see a couple extra bodies being flung around. It's like I don't know. Like,
Yeah, and
I thought the ship was just gonna blow up so that we would know. All right, they're all dead.
they're all dead. But like,
But then he
yeah,
had
no-
a Digimon Hunsu character. as well.
Yeah, he can't. He can't die.
How the fuck can I say his name but not Idris Elba?
But I don't even know if you're saying his name right. I just can't pronounce it. So
That was a joke when you just said his name, right?
Digimon Hunsu?
No.
Idris Elba?
Idris.
Idris.
Now you're changing it to an E. Just before you were saying Idris. Now you're saying
I'm just never gonna
Idris.
say his name again.
No, yeah, you said Digimon Hansu, yeah. Or as I like to call him, Give Us Free. That really good movie that I think he won an Oscar
Blood
for.
Diamond?
No.
Is that how you would spell it?
I was gonna say.
DJ Manuel.
You know, that movie where Matthew McConaughey is playing a lawyer. You know, because every other movie he's playing a lawyer. Amistad.
What?
Have you ever seen Amistad? It's a good one. Steven Spielberg. Matthew McConaughey. Anthony Hopkins. Digimon Hall and Morgan Freeman. You should watch it. It's really good.
Right now.
If you've got like 3.5 hours. It's a long one.
What else we got?
We covered everything except this one was just a little thing, but it's like I hate like all movies do it. Like all prequel movies do it, where it's just like they have to explain like the little teeny tiny details. It's just like the little girl doing her suit. It's like okay, that's fine. I mean that's all right. But then you had Fury on the computer. It's like the Protectors Initiative.
I thought that was very, very
It's like-
tongue in cheek. I was like, oh man.
It's just like, oh, when they looks at the picture and sees Avengers, it's like, come on. Fury's a smart guy. He can think of a wacky name by himself. It's just like, I mean, it's not a big deal, but I hate how they feel that they have to put the little
Yeah.
details
I get it.
into all these things. I mean, not the end of the world, obviously, but it's just...
I was really hoping they'd introduce someone as a Skrull in this. I thought one of the after credit scenes was going to be someone either introduced in the movie.
Yeah,
Or-
I almost feel like if they do it too, like in an Avengers movie, it's gonna be like, you know, because not everyone's going to have seen Captain Marvel,
Yeah.
right? And then they're just gonna go into a movie and it's like, oh, Hawkeye's a Skrull.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
What's a Skrull? You know, like why? Yeah, I don't know.
Like just even just like someone to allude that like the Skrulls are still on Earth because you kind of get the impression that they're all leaving. Like she's
Yeah.
right. So like
yeah, I mean, I guess just maybe again in her sequel
yeah.
do that or set it up as like the next big event maybe, you know, like the Kree comes, like they find out, oh, there's, you know, still Skrulls down there or something, so
Oh, yeah.
we'll go.
We'll definitely see
work
the
them
Skrulls
out.
again, for sure.
Yeah, but I don't know if we need to. Like, I don't know if I even want to see Secret Invasion adapted to screen now. Like, I
It's
don't.
like right now we like the Skrulls,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's like
Yeah.
oh now
I
they're
mean,
back to being
that
bits.
that's the way Secret Invasion ends, though. Like, it ends like, all right, we need to coexist with Skrulls. Like, that's, you know, like we don't, you know,
Yeah.
not all of them are bad guys, and you know we need to accept them as people, right? So.
So, I mean, maybe this is the best conclusion
yeah.
you could have to their story.
In a way, yeah, I kind of see it as like we don't really need. I don't know, like I don't know what I would want to see. Like I don't know if I care that
Yeah.
you know, if Tony Stark has been a Skrull this whole time. I don't care. Like it doesn't. I don't think they need to unless like they do start setting it up. Like I think it would just be weird to jump right into that and be like.
Especially like because it's like we got this movie here where they have the arc where everyone thinks they're evil but they're good.
Mm.
Then like if they do Secret Invasion, so like the next movie we see them back to being evil, even if it's not the same Skrulls, and they can
Yeah.
be like, oh, these are different
Yeah.
ones, whatever.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, we like these guys kind of now. Like now we're not supposed to, kind of. So,
Mhm. Now that you know Disney has the rights to the Fox properties, Super Skrull, who is a Fantastic Four character, can exist now. But again, you need to establish the Fantastic Four.
yeah.
So
After credit scenes, let's talk about that a little bit. Last part. I didn't think we were gonna get feel like we got a scene from Endgame.
Yeah.
that's just gonna be in the movie, right?
Yeah.
It has to be.
I would think.
I didn't think we're getting that at all. I knew it was gonna be something with the pager. I thought it was gonna
I
be
thought it was just going to be her responding or something.
Yeah. What did
like
I?
Or
her.
saying message
Like,
received.
With the movie going on, I figured she was gonna get the pager, and then like the Skrulls that she's with or whatever start decimating and whatnot. So no, I didn't think we were gonna get like that was the same thing. Like I think at the end of Ant-Man, the post credit scene for Ant-Man was a shot from Civil War, and for this one higher stakes and
That was
whatnot.
pretty cool.
So now we know that the guys get Nick Fury's pager and hook it up and just keep it going.
Did Chris Evans look like really CGI'd in that scene? Did you find? No.
I think it's a wig.
Okay.
And I think that's what was weird.
Looked
I
like he
think
had a
his
wig,
head-
and when it first showed him, he looked ridiculous. Like when he stood sideways,
I.
he looked ungodly skinny.
Oh yeah.
But then he kind of walked towards the screen
I
again,
know-
and then he
And
looked
you know
big
he
again.
still has the beard. So something in this movie Endgame makes him shave.
That's right. Yeah. I think there's gonna be a time jump, right? We're thinking maybe.
Yes.
No.
There's definitely time played
Why?
somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah. But why would there need to be like?
But
you
now,
get, you get Captain Marvel on
yeah,
your team.
you don't
Go
need,
find Thanos.
yeah. Now that
smack
you
him
say that, it's
around.
like
I'm so excited to see her.
Yeah.
Everything beyond this, like I
It's
was.
gonna be interesting to see because like
her and
She's
Thor just
just-
kicking ass.
yeah,
Mhm.
but like Thor couldn't hold a candle to her. Like
Yeah.
she is just like super powerful.
Oh,
you
man.
know? Like so it's and like Thor did some damage to Thanos. So like, what could she like? She could just like flick him like and
Oh,
then
yeah.
he's done. Like
I'm so excited to see that.
yeah.
And it's just like I was honestly convinced that like since we didn't see her in any of the trailers for Endgame,
Right.
I was like, are they gonna have her not in it for like the first half or something? Like I was almost convinced that she was gonna turn to dust at some point. Like
Oh, could you
because
imagine?
they're just like because everyone was thinking she's gonna be
And like even
the
in
Hulk.
this, even in the like this after credit scene where like this shows like the pager first,
Mhm.
I thought it was gonna be her in a situation where she's not near the pager, so he's not getting the signal or whatever. I thought that's what it was first being was
Okay.
she doesn't have it in this particular situation
Yeah.
that she's in, and like so she has no idea that she's getting paged or whatnot. And then that's it's showing like, oh hey, know how that was your hope in the last movie?
Mhm.
Not in this. We're just gonna kill that.
It does seem very strange that she hasn't had any contact with Earth since
Yeah.
the events of this movie. So like,
I guess not.
because like she patches
Which
up
sucks for
things.
her friend. What
Yeah,
but
she
she just
patches up things with her friends and like
And then
so
disappears for how many years is this?
now. Yeah, I think so. The movie took place in 1995.
yeah.
When did the Marvel movies take? I know that the timeline's a little messed up.
2008, I believe when it all started.
When it all started, and it's been like what? What did Homecoming say?
Well, the Russo brothers said they don't pay attention.
They don't pay attention to that. Yeah. Anyway,
So it's definitely been at
been,
least
like
20 years.
20 years at least.
At least, yeah.
So, yeah. Anything else? Anything else to say about Captain Marvel?
Talos is a dick for leaving his one science guy in the shed.
Yeah. I don't know how you thought they were gonna get away with that. Like,
we just established that they can only have fresh memories.
Yeah.
And we know the first thing people do is what
Yeah.
is your earliest memory?
yeah.
Here, go fool him.
Yeah.
So, it was
Okay.
a good.
Yeah, I can talk a bit about parts that I didn't like, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm mostly with you there too. Like the first third is not very strong. Like it's edited really strange and it just jumps like I gotta give him a little bit of credit for like not holding your hand at all in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like that, because like think back to like fucking Green Lantern and how much that literally like grabs your hand and like it's just
Yeah.
fucking Jeffrey Rush's
Yeah.
weird fucking duck character looking thing just talking his way through like the whole history of Green Lantern and just being like, this is what's happening, this is this is our people, this is like how our powers work and all that. And this movie is just like,
The office.
fucking alien planet, and this like these human-looking characters exist with all these other weird alien characters, and they're on a Star Force team. And they're gonna go do stuff, and they're fighting Skrulls, and just figure it out, okay?
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah,
and
it's
then
kinda-
it gets into the part where you know she gets captured by the Skrulls, and it's like jumping through her memories, and like I don't know, I didn't.
She
care
was
for that
on Earth,
ending.
now she's on an alien planet, but she's going
Yeah.
back to Earth, and it's like,
Like I didn't like that,
Yeah.
but I give him a little bit of props for just being like for trying and being
Yeah.
like, you'll figure it out. Like we'll get there eventually, but here's we're deciding to tell the movie in this fashion.
mhm.
You know, it's not like you know, Batman v Superman where the whole movie was just edited that way,
Yeah.
where it's just like jumping from one scene to the next, and that's literally what they do for like the first third of this movie. It's just bam, 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 until she gets on Earth, right? And then yeah, this one, especially the moment where you know when she is caught by the Skrulls and they're going through her memories. I'm just like, that dragged on for a really long
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
where they're like,
But-
oh, you know, oh, open your eyes, please. We're trying to figure this out. They kept reversing the memory and going forward, and it's just like, I know what's happening, but I
Yeah.
know Jenna's sitting next to me and just like, what the hell are we watching? I'm so sick and tired of you dragging me to these movies, and I could just tell she was just like, this is ridiculous. Like, who makes a movie like this kind of thing? But while I didn't like that, I do give them, you know,
Yeah.
props for, you know, just taking it and running with that, you know. So I didn't. Yeah, I'm mostly with you, and then, but, you know, pretty much from the Earth stuff, like, you know, when she gets on Earth, and from then on, I'm just like, I just found like the movie progressively got better
Yeah.
as
Okay.
it went on,
Yeah.
you know. Obviously, yeah, there's the, you know, horrible moments of, you know, exposition and, you know, characters, you know, the points where you're talking about, like, oh, tongue-in-cheek moments where, you know, ham-fisted references, like, this is what it all ties in and stuff like that. But I think I'm able to look by that, and
Yeah.
in the end, like, I just kind of expect that from these things. And yeah, I thought she did pretty good, Brie Larson, you know.
Oh, I'm so excited to see her in the future. It's just, oh, it's gonna be amazing
I-
from this point on.
Yeah, I'm fairly convinced from that after the credits scene that she probably is in that trailer, just edited out.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
trailer where it shows all them
Yeah.
looking up at something and there's
Yeah.
a great big
She's
space.
there.
That's
I'm
her.
like fairly convinced now. Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as
It's probably like Iron Man or Tony Stark and Nebula
Returning,
coming.
yeah.
I'm thinking that's probably what it is. You know, they're all like, okay, here's, you know. So we're thinking Rocket saving her, or
that's what I'm convinced. Because
Yeah.
that makes the most sense.
Wasn't
They're on
there, like-
Rocket's ship.
Wasn't there like an Audi commercial, or there's something like Audi put out something?
Advertised like a game or something like that, and it was called
Rocket
Rockets.
Quest or something.
Yeah.
Or something.
Rockets
Rescue
Mission.
Quest. Or
Rocket's
Rescue.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
So
So,
it'd be interesting too, because like we've seen photos of Gwyneth Paltrow in the rescue armor. So
Yeah.
maybe because
She's
it's
with
called
him.
Rocket Rescue Mission or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe she goes up with Rocket Raccoon.
Oh,
like
yeah.
do it, like
Yeah.
whatever, like, you know, like that like I'm all for that kind of weird team
Oh,
up
yeah.
things happening. And
I love when they mix up the teams like that. and
Mhm.
Just screw around with everything.
Mhm.
Super excited.
It does seem. Sorry, I could keep talking. Well, I won't keep you guys much longer. But you know, it's just so strange how all of these problems can't be solved by Captain Marvel at this point anymore. Like, hey, Tony Stark has lost some. Like, she was flying very fast at the end of this movie, like super fast.
Yeah.
She kept up
With
with
the
that
ship.
skull ship that was traveling. She was. So she could like search the entire universe, you know, and I'm assuming, I don't know.
Rocket probably has a rough location where
Yeah,
he is.
because
and
like, you know,
oh,
it
he's
was the
somewhere
Guardian
here.
ship that they're on, so right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, you would think that Rocket has some sort of tracer. I mean, it's Rocket, or he'll build one. Be like, oh, Captain Marvel, they're over there.
Yeah.
She literally shows up in every movie to
All right.
solve every problem.
All right, Rocket. We'll give you credit. You go up in that.
Yeah.
I'm sure Tony would like to see, his wife. Are they married at this point?
No, they're
Did they
gonna
get
get married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they got engaged at the end
Yeah.
of Homecoming, but they hadn't gotten married before. And Infinity War.
Yeah. He invited Wong to the wedding.
All right. I want to know what Wong's doing
That's
this
right.
whole time.
He's protecting this Sanctum Sanctorum.
Is he up? Did he? We don't see him.
No, we don't know if
That's
he's
just-
dusted or not, but
There's a big list of characters that the Russos say were and weren't dusted, isn't there?
I
Or
think
like they
so.
confirmed like Valkyrie's not dusted or something
Yeah.
like that, right? Because she's gonna be in this
And yeah, she's gonna have some sort of role.
marketing,
Yeah.
toys and stuff as well.
Yeah.
So, okay, I think that's it for episode number 9 of Real Drinks.
Ooh, number
Oh
9.
yeah, and then there was the
No,
moment
we're not
I'm just kidding. I'm just
done.
kidding. I'm done. I'm done. No.
Episode 9, almost up to double digits.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So 10's got to be a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10. What do we? Man, there's so much crap coming up. I keep thinking
April's
like
gonna be
we'll
a
have
busy
like
month.
an episode not on a specific movie, but honestly, like, yeah, no. It'll, like another movie will be out,
Yeah.
and we'll probably have to talk about that.
Okay. Once again, from all of us here at Real Drinks, always remember to drink and watch bad movies responsibly.